Okay, so happy Tuesday. Goes Return 81, first time playing it ever, and we are 27 hours 48 minutes into this playthrough. I'm gonna guess it's still a little while to go. Crucible keep doing stuff. There's a unified self-installing community mod pack with graphics and quality of life stuff. I think it's more. Yeah, I think I remember seeing that Hurricane. Okay, the install size in Oblivion is 120 gigabytes. Oh, you thought it was Morrowind, but it's Oblivion. Yeah, Oblivion Remastered came out today. Like I said, I'm not really concerned. Not really interested in doing that, so. Anyway. Oh, that's right. We're in the process of doing level ups. Everybody is now. Actually,
following your lead.
Kana is the only slacker who is 42 experience points away from hitting level 6, like everybody else. And Gimpy is our level 6 rogue. Sorry, level 7, not level 6, level 7. We leveled up twice yesterday, basically. Not too bad. So, Gimpy, the rogue. Then we have Eater. Oh, he is maxed out on survival. Oh, no, he doesn't have the points to go up on survival. Athletics. So his second wind's a little bit better. Sure. Fighter abilities. Defender. Fighter adopts a more more enemies engaged. We determine this is a good thing, right? Oh, but that's always targets a 3, but at the expense of deflection. So -5 to deflection to do that. Armor Grace, -20% armor speed penalty. That's not too bad. Adventure. So he does more damage with poleaxe, S-stock, flail, and oh, this is all. These are the same general deal. Just groups of weapons. Bending. 50% of damage taken converted to healing over time for 15 seconds. 3 per rest. Oh, you gotta turn that off. Confident aim, passive. Plus 20% of grazes converted to hits. Plus 20% minimum damage. Oh, that's for hitting stuff. They're out. To the fray. So, I'm thinking defender. Because, you know, he's the tank. Second, Rocket doesn't know. He doesn't. I think he knows he's. I think he suspects he's alone. Just a second. Be right back. Okay, I had to turn him around so he's actually looking at me, or facing me, so I can wave at him. He can see somebody's here. Hopefully that works. Anyway, what the hoops you have to jump through for a dog that's mostly blind and mostly deaf. He's got anxiety issues, or separation anxiety issues. Anyway, so he's done.
Yes.
Mr. Wizard, you are doing. Lore? I don't think lore is quite as important. Use level 6 scrolls. It's used to activate scrolls. Higher levels allow the character to use higher level scrolls. So what's this? Use level 6 scrolls, but it says lore 6 plus 2 plus 2. So it's equal 10. So is that... I'm not sure what these numbers are supposed to mean. Yeah, more lore. Could be the smart one. Ooh, level 4 spells. 2 of them, you know. So confusion, dimensional shift. This is the location of the caster and one ally, leaving a shockwave between them that stuns all caught in the line of fire. Essential Phantom. We know what confusion is. Essential Phantom. So I gotta unclick these. Wizards have access to a variety of offensive and personal defense spells. Unlike priests and druids, wizards learn individual spells that they store, right? Oh. Oh, now Rocket's upset. So the score he gets when he tries to activate a scroll. Okay. Creates a ghostly double with the caster, causing shock damage to enemies hit by it. Flame shield. Kills the caster in fire, increasing their freeze damage reduction and causing burn damage to anyone who damages them with a melee attack. How long does it last? 63 seconds. This is a pretty long time. Iron Skin. Plus 8 damage reduction until hit or critically hit. Well, it doesn't last very long. So more missiles. Fires 5 missiles of pure force at the target, causing a shockwave of crushing damage to foes close to the impact. Arcane Reflection, causing hostile targeted spells up to level 3 to be reflected back at the caster. Imprint. Gives caster access to up to 3 free third or lowered spells from the target's spell list. The wizard can subsequently cast those spells an unlimited number of times for the duration. How long's the duration? 21 seconds. Might not be horrible. Flame. Okay, just a second. Now Rocket's really whining. Be right back. I don't know what his problem is. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Rocket had a bladder emergency, which I should have known was going to happen because he's been sleeping for an hour or so. And usually after that, he wakes up, he has to, empty. So, anyway. Okay, so. The wall of flame generates a fierce and vertical sheet of flame, inflicting burn damage on anyone moving through it. How big is it? Range is 12 meters. Area effect 12-meter wall. Lasts for 30 seconds. I think the different numbers on lower are extras, like base or skill you can raise. Oh yeah, I understand that. It's just that the 10 didn't match because I don't know what the 10 means, right? Because it said he can use up to level 6 scrolls, yet it said those numbers added up to 10, and that's my confusion. Why is it? Do you need to have a level skill of 10 to use level 6 scrolls? Is that what it is? Because it's not clear. Because it doesn't make any sense. There's no explanation of what's going on there. Anyway, the Grimoire implant. This sounded kind of cool. Use this, and for 20 seconds, you get to cast as many spells as you can cast. Except, it's like 3 free third or lower spells for 21 seconds. I think we're going to take that. Wall of Flame sounds painful. Hey, Battle, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. It's like D&D. When you use a scroll, you roll a check unless a spell is in your spellbook too, and that was probably the total modifier to that check. Again, there's no explanation what it means, so hence the confusion. Oh, look, confusion's a spell. Flame Shield. This lasts for 63 seconds. So defensive thing or offense with the missiles. Yes, this is 5. These could be painful. Fusion though. Affects the mind, blah blah blah. How long does this last? Lasts for 11 seconds. If they can be confused. Missiles. I'm thinking I'll go with more missiles. Although I don't need that one as so much if we get this. Let's go to defense as well. The Flame Shield. Okay. So 2. Mr. Angry Priest. Survival. Let's do survival for you. Save the points for lore later. Or next. Athletics. We'll save them. And nothing else. Gets new spells though. Won't see those until he's out of that, really. Okay. Mini Ranger. Left. We don't care about lower mechanics, so yeah. Okay, Ranger abilities. Swift aim. Plus, this is an instant thing. Plus 20% attack speed. Plus 50% reload speed. Reduces accuracy, though. So fire faster. Reload faster, but let be less accurate. Defensive bond. Plus 15 defense against AoE attacks. That's the Animal Companion stuff, too. Stalker's Link. Accuracy when attacking the same target as Animal Companion, that's passive. Predator Sense, damage against targets affected by damage over time. fly to range attack. Range attacks bounce one time. Each range attack loosed by the ranger contains such force as to fly straight through the first target and hit another target behind it for less damage. Takedown. Animal companion to rush the target, knocking it prone. 2 per encounter. That might work. Arrow sense. Plus 15 deflection against ranged attacks. Tempting. This is just always. This is a thing, though. Let's do the spell Swift Aim. Now something's going on in our castle. Nothing new to report. Taxes collected, lost that many to bandits, earned 455. How do we lose money to bandits if we have, you know, a garrison sort of kind of? Blooded thug. What's a blooded thug? That's a monk, right? Building. One day, 22 hours for the towers to be done. Okay. Okay, so now finally, we're in the Crucible Keep. We are doing stuff. We are looking for Copper Lane. That's a thing. Center's Faith. Travel to the cave from Figura's Vision. Maybe. Road of Night. Find Panhelm's affidavit at Crucible Keep. Doesn't appear to be keen on partying with his armor, which he is presently wearing, more blah, blah, blah. Believes that Panhelm's affidavit affirming that his soul is free of any Darren influence is a forgery. He said I could find it somewhere in the Crucible Keep and First Fires. So that's where I am right now. So it's somewhere in here. We're supposed to be looking for this affidavit. Oh, we've already gone through that chest up there.
I shall.
They don't mind us sneaking around, do they? Oh, shit. So this is
Hey
Geeky's
there.
job.
Sure.
They no longer see Gimpy, so, or at least, there it goes. So they should be able to get away with this.
This calls for a subtle touch.
Rod and plate armor. They didn't see it happen, so. Document stuff. Edict of Arrest. This edict calls for the arrest of Aorn, whose recent actions have led to the death of the Knight of the Crucible. It requires reporting any information to Justice Almum, assigned Commander Cliver. Sure. Senior ranks.
Keeping an eye out.
No affidavit there. Somehow I don't think we're going to see an affidavit in the dining room.
Laying low.
Sneaking around to see better chance to see stuff that's hidden. This painting shows a row of warriors standing at the walls of the Defiance Bay while the Ader's ships sail away. Shrine. Let's go see what the shrine says.
Easy does it.
Okay. Stupid cough. Hey, Canna can level up now. Then on the altar, it's the symbol of Abaddon, a colossal smithing hammer imposed on a circular gear. It's smooth and stuff. Guess we should level up the bard. So, bard. Survival. Lower. Stealth. Athletics. Survival. 4 more points. Let's see more athletics. Second wind isn't always the best. Oh, phrases. Level 2 phrases. Generates a field terror, frightening enemies in the area of effect. This one is friendly aura plus 25 defense against frightened attacks. Frightened duration reduced. Defense against terrified attacks, and that duration is reduced too. This one, friendly aura, drop trap, rime and frost trap for 3 seconds. What? Allies leave a hazardous trail of frost wherever they move, hobbling and causing freezing damage to enemies. Maybe. Reduces accuracy of disengagement attacks for enemies in the area of effect. No, we just cause fear all the time. 2 things that can be feared. We'll see. That means we gotta play around with the songs now.
Following your lead.
There we go. So, prepared chance. This one is... Give me bonus fortitude and will. That one. Decreases reload time, decreases the speed of ranged attacks for all its allies. And increases movement rate and reflex of all allies in the area. This one is drains a portion of endurance from all enemies in the area of effect. Give bonuses to that stuff, and then increases movement. Or chant 3. Emboldens allies in the area, given a bonus fortitude. Shoot faster, reload faster. Not so much in the movement. Let's put... So do speed and make them fear. Yeah, you can change these around. And this is how long it's this is the effect of just the chant. And then this is its cooldown, but it's still in effect. And this is the other one, right? So you can, weave them sort of, kind of. Some of them are longer than others, it looks like. Like this one wears out before that one's even done. Rocket's not having a good day. He's stuck in a corner. Is he really stuck? Or is he just being a jerk? I think he's stuck. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see how long this lasts. He's just being a pain today for some reason. I think he's mad at Mrs. Gimpy, as usual. Because she abandoned him again. Okay, so, chance. Yeah, see, this is how long the chant actually goes for. Which is a pretty long time for that one. This is the fear. It's the full length of that one. And so the way it should be working, right? This one stops and this one should start up again. Right? The overlap. If you're just doing those two. What's the fortitude and will? We definitely want that stuff. So this one. So that stops and that one should kick in. I don't know the best way to do these. So. But we'll see. That. Joker's the Arkham Psy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Psy. What is it? Shit. I messed up your name. Hey, Dendorn, welcome back. But Joker's the Arkham Psycho. Haha. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. Okay. So, paused. Anyway, you're leveled up. Set. Yes, the real Joker has arrived. Okay, so we're looking for a document in here somewhere. What's it look like? I don't know. It looks like a document. Could be anywhere.
Keeping an eye out.
We're not sneaking around. We're not doing anything wrong. We're looking for an affidavit that proves that somebody forged one of their documents or something like that.
Easy does it. Consider it done.
Another armor floppy hat. That's precious stuff that needs to be locked up. Rite of Youthful Spirits. Requires 4 lore. Match a specialized magical scroll. The ritual contained on the scroll allows the reader to grant a specific skill bonus to all of her allies for a long duration. Sounds like a cleric thing. Stuff, money, Edict of Arrest. It calls for the rest of... We already have that. Another book. Penhelm's affidavit. This is what we're looking for. Penhelm. Curran, a cipher duly appointed and employed by Dunred Rowe, does hereby certify that Novitiate A. M. Penhelm has been found to have a soul free of any subversive influences or tainted essence. The scroll is stamped with the seal of Dunred Rowe and signed by both Penhelm and Curran. Bring Penhelm's affiliation or affidavit to Curran. This is going to go well. This is a record of active paroles and reported crimes in Andro's gift. The latter of that far outnumber whatever. The former. So now we have to deliver this affidavit. To where? Curran. Who's Curran? Aw, look at them leaving all their stuff undefended. How smart of them.
Keeping an eye out.
This calls for us. Consider it done.
Don't they know there's thieves in this town? Oops.
I do not think oops means what you think it means.
That person go away. There we go.
I'll take a peek. Consider it done.
Stuff we need.
This calls for a subtle touch. There. What did I tell you?
I don't know. What did
I
you
see
tell
where
me?
you're going with that. There. What did I tell you?
The grime cakes the bottom of the tub. The towel hanging from the side gives off an awful stench. So they don't know how to wash their towels. Is that what they're trying to say? There's... Oh, this is Dunstan. Who's Dunstan? Why do we know that name? Blah, 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 blah. They're free. Oh, this is their smith.
Yeah?
Easy does it.
Consider it done.
Gems.
If this is about the breastplates, I already told Cleaver they won't be repaired till next week.
Commander Cleaver said you're working on an animancer to build the Forge Knights. Show him the pieces of the blade at the end of this pass. I found several fragments of an ancient sword. Oh, this is who we're supposed to talk to about this. He gives a low whistle. That's a fine blade indeed. He holds one fragment in his rough hands. Looks endearing, special made. Must have been a commission for a champion of some sort. Hands the shard back to you. A sword of this caliber would have had a specially designed hilt too. It would be a shame to craft anything else to it. And besides, it'll balance best with all the original pieces. You find the rest of it, and I'll forge it for you. Ugh. Commander Cleaver said you got something working on an animancer to build Forge Knights.
So much for his talk of secrecy. I'm building Cleaver's metal warriors. He says they're what we need to keep order in Defiance Bay, so...
He shrugs and shakes his head. How are you creating these Forge Knights? Suits of armor and souls. Cliver's had me repairing and reinforcing unused armor for months now, just so we can fill them with some poor Assad's essence. He wipes his shining brow. As long as that scholar girl's got her numbers right, infusing the armor with a soul won't be that hard, but that's not what bothers me. And you need to be honest, research to complete them. She's been working out a method to transfer the souls into the armor. Getting the process just right is critical. He holds up one hand. Bind the souls too tightly, and you get something like those flesh constructs at the sanitarium. Barely bright enough to avoid walking into a wall. He raises his other hand, but bind them too loosely, and they'll be too self-aware for their own good. Mad killers in metal bodies. Do you disagree with Cliver about the Forge Knights? I disagree with him on near about everything, and this is no exception. These Forge Knights won't solve our manpower problem. He can call them what he wants, but they aren't knights. And Sagani. Doesn't take Itamuk's nose to smell the trouble here. A group that can't stand together is headed for a fall. He folds his arms and looks at the ground. And don't get me started on the other problem. Those souls he bought to power the Forge Knights, ? Cliver keeps telling himself that they came from willing donors, but he knows better. There's a reason you have to buy souls through less than legal channels. He should be clearing those scavengers off the road, not doing business with them. Enough about the Forge Knights. What do you do here?
I'm a forge master. I'm a master smith for the Crucible Knights. But the way I see it, I'm also keeping up with our old traditions. The first members of our order were smiths. Nowadays, most everyone's a professional soldier. I suppose it's to be expected. but I think it's important we keep up with our roots, too.
Tell me about the Knights.
We were all Smiths back in Hodritt's day, though I'm about the only one here who still gets his hands dirty. We're a fearsome fighting force, though these days I think Cleaver takes more pride in our parade formations.
He thinks himself a progressive man, but he's obsessed with soul lineages and connections to the Durwoods, heroes of old. He picks up his hammer again. Other than Dernwood Row, who really knows about that any of that, though? I can't read again. Okay, so we need one more piece for our little sword, which means I have to go back into the dungeon back at our base, because that's where the pieces came from. So it'll be fun. And who am I looking for? I am looking for Current.
Laying low.
Ooh, camp supplies that I don't need. Was Curran up here? I don't remember where Curran was. Did we even talk to him? No. Oh, Lila. We haven't talked to you yet, I don't think. Justicia's gaze flicks over to you briefly before returning to the novitiates gathered in the training area. If this is about patrols, my novitiates are already stretched to the limit. Between the refugees' influx and the mess at Heritage Hill, I simply don't have any units to spare. After a pause, she looks over at you again. I'm sorry, was there something else you need? Is something wrong at Heritage Hill? She lowers her voice. What isn't wrong is the real question. A whole district of walking, flesh-eating corpses. We sealed the area 2 months ago, just after I lost one of my finest commanders there, and yet this is the second guard rotation to disappear. There are already enough rumors about the place floating around the keep without my soldiers whispering about these disappearances. She shakes her head. I'd just as soon abandon the district, but if those monsters should find a way out, I'll look into it. He steps back and regards you. After what I've just told you, you want to go to Heritage Hill. I've lost trained soldiers there. Why should I let anyone in? If people are disappearing, someone's got to figure out what's happening to them. You've got nothing to lose. Slight negative thing, benevolent. It seems like you could use the help. What's the harm in letting me try? Seems like you could use the help. If you're so eager to rush to your death, I won't stop you. She quietly looks on at novitiates, and if you're somehow able to put a stop to this, you've got my permission to enter Heritage Hill. I'll send word to the guards at the gate. Tell me about the hill. Well, it used to be one of the most prestigious districts in Defiance Bay, but a few months ago, the residents all went mad, started eating each other, and anything else that had the bad luck to wander into the district. I've never seen anything like it. Now, every novitiate that stands guard there, everyone that comes back anyway, talks of the stench of the grave and the groans of unspeakable horrors. She holds up the one plate-clad finger. The why and the how are questions for the Animancers. I've sealed the district in hopes of containing whatever happened there. It seems to be working, for now. If there's nothing else, I must attend to my duties. What do you do here? I'm in charge of the keep's novitiates. I'm responsible for their training and patrol assignments. She nods at the group gathered in the training room. They're good soldiers, and they've been quick to adapt to new challenges. Sure they have. Still not the person I'm looking for, though. Hey, Vukels, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. So where's this current person? As if it's current. Current, the cipher who signed off on the works at Hadrid House, okay, in Brackenbury. So not here. So we're done here. We've taken what we can. Talked to who we're supposed to, I think. Everything's fine. Copper Lane, Heritage Hill, the Embassy, Temple of Wodica, Brackenbury. Brackenbury is where I'm supposed to go, isn't it? Trying to get this quest chain done for this punk. So, Brackenbury. How's that? Sanitarium. Hadrid's house. That's where I'm supposed to go. Can't talk. There we go. The marble at the base has been worn smooth by the passage of hundreds of feet. Current.
Hail and well met.
The Orline man is surrounded by books and scrolls. His wiry hair stands nearly on end, and his ears prick up as you approach. You carry whispers, Can Nuad, Gilded Veil, old voices indeed. Cipher. How did you know? He grins, revealing a row of dagger-pointed teeth. As a cipher, it's my job to know these things. You carry the whiff of ancients. What else can you tell me? His ears twitch downward. Not as much as I would like, unfortunately. My duties for Lady Webb require me to focus my talents elsewhere. He regards a table piled with scrolls. What brings you to Dunrid Row? The affidavit. Is this affidavit real? It's signed by you. He holds the page, but seems to stare through the words as if something woven in the fabric of the paper. He bares his pointed teeth. I remember Penhelm, a preening peacock of a man, his mouth dry and hands moist when I told him he was a sole descendant of an Adiran general, one who'd fought against Hedrith's rebellion. He scans the affidavit. A forgery, and not the first I've seen. He hands it back to you. But I've no time for the knights and their obsessions. Bring this to this commander, Cliver, and show him the seal. He points to the wax stamped by his forged signature. If he compares with another, he should be able to spot the difference. Allah's gaze flickers to you. Deem a man for the soul the gods gave him? It seems rather unfair. Looks as though you could use some help. He wags a clawed finger. Not at liberty to discuss my work, unfortunately. Dunrid Row ears only. A civilian would need the confidence of Lady Webb before I can share. What are you busy with? His small furry hands gesture expansively at the papers before him. Hollowborn, growing unrest, and the ever-present political intrigue. With so many missing souls, missing persons are the least of our concern these days. Tell me about your skills. I check for soul connections, looking for lost things, missing things, or troublesome things, particularly where people of power and influence are concerned. Rocket would like to participate in the conversation, please. You done? I'm a cipher, an Eric Glanfath. We were once known as Bishagwin. Mine Hunters. Nice title, yes, but it wasn't until the Animancers began working with my kind 40 years ago that we truly understood our power. Now we make some of the best detectives in the world.
Hello, Gimpy. It is time to take a break.
Interrupted.
Go check on the dogs. This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay, tracing souls, we can look at a person and see where they've been. Or look at a weapon and see who's touched it. His nose twitches as he looks at you. Useful for solving crimes, as you can imagine. Very well. Okay. Look at all the agents. Should I go through this place? I don't really have anything to do in here other than talk to him. So we'll just go back out for now. Although, this looks like weapons up here. Maybe. Might be a little tricky in here. A little tricky. Rocket agrees.
I'll take a peek.
Yeah, we're not stealing anything from here. Not with these guys looking at us like this. Oh well. Just a rod anyway. Okay, so I'm going to take a break, go talk to Rocket for a little bit, see what his problem is. Not that he doesn't have any, but yeah. Anyway, gonna get up, stretch my legs, talk to Rocket, be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.